We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
It's time for our tale of the tape. First up, Lupe Fiasco. Really no experience here as we look at the tale of the tape, but he promises he is streetwise to fighting and will show us in the ring. And he'll be taking on tszyu. They call him the Soul Taker, 174 centimeters tall with a reach of 179.
There is no joke about this. Someone is going to get hurt, the other is going to get embarrassed. Let's make sure they measure up well.
Lupe Fiasco may not have much experience fighting in the ring, but on the streets, he says he's undefeated. Taking on tszyu, fighting out of Sydney, Australia. If you saw his fight against Sebastian Fundora, you had to be impressed. It was a bloodbath.
So excited for this fight. There is no nonsense here.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, from Chicago, Illinois, please welcome Lupe Fiasco. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Sydney, Australia, introducing the junior middleweight champion of the world, known as the Soul Taker, tszyu.
And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
Todd, you know when you've got two fighters there that really believe they're going to win, really want to get it on, this is when it gets stupid.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. Here we go. So here we go. Should be...
Now what we gonna do right here? Settle the score. Look around you. We got a whole room full of monsters. We gonna shut it down.
A good one. Throws the jab but does not score. Nice counter punch right up the middle. He misses with that jab. Nice counter shot. That uppercut doesn't get through. Punch, counter punch. So much pre-hype surrounding this fight, the fans are on the edge of their seats.
Can you imagine walking into this, Todd? Walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name. You can't even hear your corner man whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
He misses with that jab. Counter punch. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. The straight right just misses. Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Hit and don't get hit.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
Straight right just misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Swing and a miss with the jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Lupe in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Back on the job. That was a god-awful round, that was. Come on.
Don't forget the jab and don't get carried away. Think about the defense and remember what you do.
He's not even in your league. Come on, switch on, get your boxing back together, and put him back in his place. Don't worry about that round. Don't worry about that round. Let's just get out there.
Looking nice. There's 1-2 straight down the middle. You can't miss him. Great.
Go out there and win the next one. Yeah? Good.
So just keep him on the end of his jab. You're getting your timing already.
Back together. Get your mind back, get your focus back, get the jab back.
Him there a little bit. Just vary it up a little bit so you can't figure it out.
The referee calling for seconds out. Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather.
Now, I don't want you to load up. Don't be looking there for one shot at a time.
And there's the bell for round 2. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Counter punching. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Counter punch caught him clean. That right uppercut misses. That hook won't score. Incredible work rate. Throw a shot, they get countered. And they figure out the combination to this cinch.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Can't find a home for that jab. Looking to land the hook. You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. And he scores with the counter. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Lupe in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Come on, switch on. Switch on.
Just keep them on the other end of that jab, and you're getting your time in.
Bend this guy. You're much better. He's not in your league. Come on, switch on. Get your...
A little bit, so you can't figure it out. Good work. There's 1-2 straight down the middle. You can't miss it. Now, good work. Stay focused. Don't let them back in the fight. Great round. Good man. You say, folks?
Go back out there and win the round. Get back behind your jab. Basic.
Smart. Now, I don't want you to load up. Don't be looking for that one.
Back out there. You need to win this round. Get your mind back. Get your focus back. Get that jab.
Ready to go. He's gone already. Just make sure you fall.
Don't give him anything. Go back and win the round. All right? It's only one
That'll
round.
do it for the minute break as we get set to get back in the action.
Smart. You weren't loading up.
Media to switch back on. Get focused and get your mind back on the job. Get back out there.
And there's the bell to start round 3. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
I want to think of holding on here for a minute. A lot of effort being exerted here. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
When you have a fight that's got great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. The straight right just misses. Nice counter. The perfect counter lands. Defense is not an option for these two. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him. Frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he close you down.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Is he going to punch himself out, though? What heart, what desire, but at what cost? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Lupe in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Good man. Just
Together and get back out there and win the round.
the gaps will appear and he'll start tiring out. So just keep him on.
Back and get that jab back. Just box him, be smart, get your shots off. Don't give him anything. Go back out there and win this round, all right? It's only one round that you lost. Don't worry about it.
Good work. You was thinking. You were smart. You weren't loading
Come
up.
on. You let him back in. You're better than that, kid. Just go back.
Carried away. Think about the defense and remember what you do. Good work.
And then we'll go again. Right. Let's go out there and get your box.
Listen. Great work. Stay focused.
The referee calling for seconds out. Right back into the action.
Stepping about, all right? Good.
You're getting your timing already. The right hand's beautiful. That's it. Start just sticking a few body shots in there.
There's the bell to start round 4. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
how much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Just misses with that uppercut. Good counter punch. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Midway through the fight, you are tired. This can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Catch and shoot. Those counter punches have to hurt. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it. And Lupe cannot take anymore. And that body shot folded him like an old t-shirt.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods. One, two, three, four. You still want to fight?
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
He's got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in a round.
It's all offense all the time. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. The stamina is off the charts. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Lupe in that last round. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
I love the response though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it up, get on with the job.
Relax, relax. Now, I don't want you to load up.
You're lead. Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back together.
He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered. He's hurt. He's ready to go.
Tougher fight because he's going to be confident. I want you to go back out there and take his confidence away. Go out, and in the first minute, stick him in the end of your jab, and then start gathering your pace and get your momentum.
Up here, and he'll start tiring out. Just stay focused.
Tracks. You've completely switched off. Get your mind.
Good work. You was thinking. You were smart. You weren't loading up, but you
Get into the fight. You're much better than that guy. You're much better. He's not even...
think about the defense and remember what you do. Good work.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set for another
You
round.
don't want to lose this fight, do you? Come on.
What you're doing, the gaps will appear, and he'll start tiring out. Now, I don't want you to load up. Don't...
On to the fifth we go. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you don't think him. You just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little favourite and pickpocket him.
The jab not finding its target. Beautiful counter shot. Is he going to punch himself out, though? They exchange punches. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? And Lupe goes down. And you can see here his face basically melts into his glove, and down he goes.
You're right, Todd. What a shot. One, two, three, four, five, six.
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
Todd, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
It's a good start to the round for this guy.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or is it a bit of a mousetrap?
Carrying away the right hook. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Holding nothing back here in the round. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Nope, that jab not going to score. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Let's talk about Lupe in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be we just saw.
Can make or break a fighter.
It was a bad round, but we don't care. Go out there.
Yes, I like that round. Good round. You feel good? Good man.
On the job. It was a god-awful round, I tell you. Now, come on.
Dots, keep smart. The jab's working nice. There's 1-2.
Not even in the same league as him. Come on, switch on, get your boxing back together, and get back out there and win the round. I need to go back out there. I need you to win this round. Get your mind back.
The right hand's beautiful. That's it. Start just sticking a few body shots.
Get your shots up. Don't give him anything. Go back out there and
Just stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Don't give him no free shots.
switching off, and you're starting to make mistakes. I need to go back out there.
Smart, you weren't loading up, but you're still landing your power shots.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set to jump back in the action.
Get your mind back on the...
Good work. Now, I don't want you to load up. Don't be looking there for one shot at a time. Set.
On to the 6th round. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. They've got to relax.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. That hook just can't find the target. Couldn't land that jab. How about that time counter shot? Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Nice counter shot. His stamina is off the charts. His stamina is off the charts. Unlucky to miss with that jab. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. Well done with that counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about tszyu that last round. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
Good man.
Just get your shots off and don't give him anything, all right? So go back.
Great work. Stay focused. Don't let back into the fight. Great round.
Right. Let's go out there and get your boxing back together. Listen, be smart when you go out there. Just take the round off and win the round on your jab. And breathe when you're stepping about, all right? Good.
Looking there for one shot at a time. Set him up, but you'll take him out. He's ready to...
You're gonna go back out there and lose the match? You gotta get out there.
But you've got to be smart. Otherwise, he'll see it and he'll ride it out. Go out there and finish.
Switching off. Have you got complacent? This fight's not over yet.
Already. The right hand's beautiful. I say, start...
Time winding down as we get set to jump back in the action.
Get your mind back on the job.
Good work. You was thinking. You were smart, you weren't loading up, but you were still landing the pop.
And there's the bell to start round 7. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it and you've got to be confident.
The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? Stamina is off the charts. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Great combination punching. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Straight right just misses. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Holding nothing back here in the round. Can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Lupe in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
There's a lot on the line here.
Take the round off and win the round on your jab. And breathe.
Great work. I love that. I love that. That jab's slick. Just stay focused.
And you're starting to make mistakes. I need to go back out there and switch.
The jab's working nice. Goes 1-2 straight down the middle. You can't
win the round. You've been coasted for this entire fight, and now you've let him back in. Now it's going to be a tougher fight because he's going to be confident. I want you to go back out there and take his confidence.
The gaps will appear and he'll start tiring out. Just stay.
And then start gathering your pace and get your momentum back and win the round back.
So just keep him on the end of his jab. Getting your timing already.
Back out there and you will win this round. Get your mind back, get your focus back.
There a little bit. Just vary it up a little bit so you can't figure it out.
Time winding down as we get set for another round.
Go back out there and win this round, all right?
But you're still landing the power shots. Good work. Don't forget the jab and don't get carried away. Think about the defense.
And there's the bell for round 8. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
A perfect counter shot. There's a counter shot. It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skin and go for speed.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Missed with that right uppercut. You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with him?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Counter shot lands. Couldn't land that jab. A straight right just misses. He threw a punch and just got countered. Nice counter punch. Misses with the right uppercut. The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Lupe in that last round. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
This is when you talk about championship material.
Good man. You stay focused?
Come on, do you want to win this fight? That was a terrible round, that is.
You were thinking, you were smart, you weren't loading up, but you were still
In your league. Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back together and go out there and put it back.
right. Think about your defense on the end of all that and do what you got to do. Good work. Now, I don't want you to load up. Don't be looking for that one shot or anything. Just set him up.
Back into this. You're betting this, kid. Go back out there and win the round.
Just make sure you follow through. Don't let him coast.
Go again. He was coasting this fight, and now you're letting back into it. Now,
On the other end of that jab, and you're getting your time in already. That right hand's beautiful.
that confidence way. Go out, the first minute, stick on
And
every
that'll
jab.
do it for the time between rounds as we get set to get back in the action.
That jab and you're getting your time.
Stop him in his tracks. Have you got complacent? The fight's not over yet. You've got to go out there and win.
And we enter the ninth. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
What are they doing that round? Are they trying to get an earning out? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
He threw the hook, didn't land. Just misses with the right uppercut. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Beautiful counter punch. Is he going to punch himself out, though? They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Trying to land that jab. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Perfect counter. The referee taking a look here, and if the fighter can't see, the fighter can't fight. Wow, so the referee is not going to stop it, and the fight continues. Let's talk about Lupe in that last round. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
And win the round.
Though he's absolutely shattered. He's hurt. He's ready to go. But you've got
Together. You've done all that work all the way through camp, and now you're going to go back out there and lose a match? You got to get out there, switch on, and get your boxing back together.
stay focused. Don't let back into the fight. Great round.
Just boxing, just be smart. Just get your shots off and don't give him
Doing what you're doing, the gaps will appear and he'll start tiring out.
nothing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about that round.
Before I said, start just sticking up a few body shots.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather. Right back into the action.
Focus. Don't let him back into the fight. Don't give me no free shots. Keep smart.
There's the bell for round 10. How much is left in their tank after last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
Incredible work rate. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. The straight right just misses. Nice counter shot. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Hard look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe. And the second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And down goes Lupe. That punch to the head looks so good live. Let's see it again in slow motion and really appreciate it.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
A knockout victory. That is Todd. Did you see the shot? That's not a knockout. That's an assassination. What a shot.